Okay, so I have all these. I have many, many, many more books than just these, but we're gonna kind of go through every single one of these. Art through the years. Some things have been going on since 2020. I left the tape on that one. I just want to go through and look at my thing. I was actually at a beach. It was Yorktown Beach. And I sat and did that. Where it says where Fester sleeps, there's a cat that's buried there. And my artwork at the time. Some of this stuff is my imagination. Others is pictures that I found on the interwebs. That's that book. I believe this is what's 2020. This is something that I'm pretty sure I showed everybody quite a while ago, but we'll go through it. Yes, we're gonna be going through these. I really like this little bird. I'm gonna go through these pretty quickly because there's so many to show you, and I wanted to show you. Plein air painting, Newport News, Virginia, 620. Yeah. Carrie had an orchid. It was yellow. Newport News Park, sitting and doing the trees there, and Yorktown Beach with a fishing pier. This was done down in Virginia. Bears, I got these off the internet. It's just different bears. They're not my design. I just was practicing. My friend Shannon from Urban Sketchers of Newport News. And a boat. Olive Garden, apparently I never did too much with it. Shrimps. Shrimps. Another boat. A tea house. Noodler's black ink, Pigma micron ink. I was practicing with different pens, which is a good thing. You should always do the practicing. And here we go with this. Gouache. I didn't put any sealant on that gouache, but I don't plan on getting it wet anytime soon. Yeah, and some houses. There we go. I don't know what that is, but that's that one. And yes, I made this little leather pouch. All right, here's another little one. Handmade watercolor. And then turn it over. And there we got some more pictures. I see 2020, 2021, 2022. So yeah, if I have an extra page in one of my watercolor books and I see that it's empty and it's been empty for quite some time, I fill it in. I do not live here anymore. I live in Minnesota, in St. Cloud, actually. We went to the Cove. They make lemon drop martinis. Oh my goodness sakes. If you go to the Cove, I believe it's down in Newport News. I'm not sure about that, but the lemon drop martini is amazing. I used to have a kayak and I would go out. I did a lot of my artwork down in Newport News, Virginia, because there's nothing else to do. So that's what I did there. Yeah. And if you stop the video, you can stop and read what I did on my books here. Here I was urban sketching. I was probably sitting in my kayak when I did that one. Here's another one. This is not a place. It's a place in my head. Yeah, because we have that. All right. Guys fishing off a pier in Fort Monroe. This is actually a real person. Somewhere I got his picture, but obviously that's not going to be put out here. And Fort Monroe is a wonderful place to visit if you ever go to Virginia. You want to go to Fort Monroe. It's amazing to be there. And Big Bethel Reservoir. It's kind of tucked it away. I don't know how many people even know about that. Yorktown Beach. Places that I've gone. It's just like, you know what? You can have a journal, which I do right here. But most of my stuff is in my watercolor books or sketchbooks. Rosie's in New Kent in Virginia, the casino. And behind this big casino, there is a racetrack that has horses, and they race horses. And I got to do that one time, so that was kind of fun. And at the park, the Sky Zone, that's where the people can jump on trampolines, so that's kind of cool. I just whipped that one out there pretty good. And yeah, playing with faces. I'm still working on that. I mean, I'm done with that one, but I need to work on my faces. We got some pretty hummingbirds here. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Virginia. This is a picture on the LaBelle place where you can go buy fancy French things. And then my son actually and his wife went to France or Italy, and he took a picture, and so I got to see that picture, and I should check out that picture again and try it again because that's pretty cool. It looks like the Cafe at Night by Van Gogh, so I probably should look at that again. And then this comes from my imagination. Okay, in St. Cloud and Colborne's, if you go in here, you push the button, the cow will talk to you and move its head. It's funnier than I'll get out. Something that you should try out. And then one day when I was on my way to St. Cloud from Montevideo, Minnesota, I decided to go ahead and stop and draw the grain elevators. This one's in Clare City. This one's in Raymond. This one's in Priam. Did I get any more? Nope, that's those three. It's like I keep on stopping and drawing. And then we come into Easter. And then there's this deaf dog that I used to know, and she knew lots and lots of sign language and stuff. Her name was Zena. She's pretty cool. She went to a really good home who knows, to a person that knows lots of sign language. So the Montevideo post office, obviously I never painted that one. I was sitting across the river from, I believe this is a dentist's office in Granite Falls, Minnesota. This was 2 years ago. I really like this leaves on those trees. Okay, My Mary Blue paints. So I was playing with them. And then, I'm not sure, I think this was in Spicer. This gentleman was walking his dog, and I took a picture of him so I could keep the picture because obviously he's moving. And then I drew the picture. Oh, Green Lake, yep. And then Main Street Dental, you sit and wait for them to we'll zoom in a little bit. Raising Cane's, you sit outside. Then there's one of those. And then my daughter's house. Yeah. So I did the back of her house. Then there's some cherries and a lemon, which I thought was kind of fun. And the leaves. I believe I did the leaves on a YouTube video. I'm not sure. But I thought those turned out pretty nice. And Google Earth, if you go on Google Earth and you zoom into some town somewhere in some foreign country, you get some pretty cool views. And this was in China, and I'm not where practicing people like practicing people. And this is some blueberries I've seen in a picture. And then I like to do a lot of morning art. And the tree is cool and the zebra is weird. My art container. And Barnes & Noble because, yeah, more people. And then on this particular book, I have just this one page, which is why I won't take and put this away because I will fill that one page. This lady in Norfolk, Virginia. There's no bad weather, just unprepared people. I love that. That is great. And my grandson, stick people have heads that are too big and they fall over. I mean, nothing truer has been said. So that's that one. And then I'm going to leaf through them like this. There's an orange. This is another Google Earth on the big bridge. A mushroom. A car. Or I think this is no, it looks like a car. Somebody ice skating. A pine tree with pine needles. Yeah, this is just... looks like an elevator and a horse. I like doing the horses. Okay. Pete, your bite is striking. Okay. Japanese tea. People going for a walk. It must be misting out. And a little place to sit. My sister and I went on vacation. And this is the view from the motel room that I was up in Mille Lacs. And I seen this on the internet. And I don't claim this as my own. It's I painted it, but it's not my imagination. It's somebody else's. And I don't know who it was, so I can't at the moment give them credit for it. But I tried it out because I wanted to see how that would look. And I think it's so cool. And then another one of my son's photos from when he went to Italy. This is when I went for a walk on Huntington Beach down in Virginia. And that was kind of fun. And this is from my imagination. And just another one of my imagination. A bird, Florence, Italy. This would have been from Google Earth, probably. Or it could have been from one of Jim's pictures. My son Jim's pictures. I don't know. It's a pear. An abstract looking pear along with this boat. When you go through Spicer, there's this big old building, and I think it's a lumber yard or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, they have this great big... I mean, my car is not as big, not as long as this fish here, so you know how big these fish are. And then my friend's house and Lagoon Park and... oh, Discount Tire. You got to do something when you're hanging out there. And some paints that I have. And then let's try another one. Okay, so Mille Lacs Lake is actually a really huge, huge lake. And then my son and his wife's lakefront property and on their boat. In my video, a boat. And it says Wagdell. It's in the park. There's a car show. There's some more boats. Oops, sorry. Okay, I went to the Twin Cities, Lake Obed, well, there in Minneapolis. And I got my picture stamped because I thought that was kind of cool. The Veterans Memorial, the Monsignor Gardens, which I plan on going back again this year. Okay, and then turn it around and go this way. This was River Bend in the River Regional Park. We'll have to go back there again. Rockville Lutheran Church. Okay. The Granite Falls Dam. Cloquet. Okay, this is a big pile of rocks, and you can look for agates in this pile of rocks. Appleton Cemetery. And my little Lego guy, which I don't have anywhere near me, so I can't just show that to you. All right, we'll have 2 more. We'll get through these before it gets too far. So what I did here, I made these stamps out of rubber block, and then I painted them in with paints that I had. And then some Schminky paints that I have. It's a squirrel. And standing by a fence looking out. It's a desert. It looks like a desert. Some beautiful flowers. I mean, if there's something that you want to better look at, you just stop the video and check it out. When I had my apartment, I had these, the stand in a 5-gallon fish tank. It was fun. And yes, I hung my pictures up on like a clothesline attached to the wall. I like horses. And someday I'll get to go riding horses, but obviously not today. And I like boats. Boats are so cool. Oh, there's another horse doing horsey things. Tomatoes. Actually, I like that picture. Tomatoes. It's a raven. Not unlike the skull that's on my thumb. Not recommended. That really hurts when you get tattooed on your hand. This one, he's walking in the rain, and it was me practicing people again, because we like people. And what does it say? Lighthouse by the Lake Superior, Minnesota. I don't know if this is someplace up in that area too. Ramsey Park, Redwood Falls. Oh my goodness sakes, it says my TV. Zion Lutheran Church. I didn't paint it in 1876. That's the year of the church. And I believe this is gouache, and it's been waxed, so with Dorland's wax, so it'll stay good for a while. Then we got Montevideo Park. Okay. Downtown Montevideo. And be happy. And the honeybee always reminds me of my friend Mandy, because it just seems like that's Mandy. Jake's Pizza is in Montevideo, Minnesota, and the geese. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, and then we have some shiny and some trees and some more painting and a goofy fish. Okay, one more to go. We'll make this quick because there's a lot of white pages in here. We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh? Asked Piglet. Even longer, Pooh answered. This comes from a nice little book. I like that. Panda bear. Let's move these over here. Mind you, I have lots of these books, and I just, some flowers, some Christmas ideas, some gouache that I wanted to play with, some Derwent pastel shades, some birds. The beginning of a beach scene is what it looks like there. And some person's face. More things. What's this? Whoops. Go out just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, fishing flies are always fun. I love these cranes. They're so beautiful. A couple of people walking down a path. These flowers. Some more gouache. Playing with gouache and how it reacts under different things. And if you hung out with me this long, I appreciate you. So hit like and subscribe. Because, I mean, mostly I just paint in front of the camera instead of showing you all my artwork. That's not so bad there. Little bumblebees. Just more Oh, this is the back of a statue in Yorktown. And this is a house down in Newport News. I didn't write down the name of the house. Did I? I don't think so. Oh, wait. I did not. Okay. Apparently, ultramarine is the same no matter what you look at it. And some other ones. This, it looks like a flat boat. Okay, and I got doing some people's faces. Practicing with some people's faces. Doing some more practicing with people. This guy looks so surprised. I never did get 100 people in a week, but I do practice people. Because anybody that follows me at all knows that I occasionally put people out there. See some birds that I like to do. There's some birds. This is a pumpkin. Okay. There's some pretty birds. And fish. Go ahead, pause the video and make your own fish. Then I was doing some little drawing things here and there because that's fun. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for going on my journey with me. I really appreciate you. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great day, and if you like what you see, I'll be making more art real soon. Talk to you later. Bye.